Joining Joe and I here at the Continuum is newly elected Sheriff Darin Ballam of the Washington County Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Ballam, thanks so much for coming on to talk about a very important topic, scams. What are the latest scams seniors face today?
You know, I think some of the greatest ones we've seen is the grand jury scam. So they'll call and they'll say, you know, hey, you've missed grand jury, so you either pay or we're going to come out and arrest you. Or you will see the sweepstakes scams or the grandparent scams.
That's a big one.
That's a big one.
Horrible.
That's a big one. And nowadays with technology, it is so easy to get information. They can gather a little bit of information, so when they call, you know, hey, I'm your grandson, I'm back east. We've had several people at the sheriff's office receive those calls over the years, and they've almost been fooled. And then they have to take a second, you know, then they realize, well, where are my son or where's my grandson? And those are probably the biggest scams we've been seeing so far.
That was one of the, my first experience was one of those scams with a phone call. Grandma, this is your grandson and I need so much money and then I can get going and then all of a sudden I realized, who is this?
Yeah, and you started asking questions.
And I started to ask questions about where are you and who are you, and that was the end of it.
Good, and that's a good way to protect yourself, is decipher what's real and what's not.
Absolutely, you know, is to be informed. And again, especially with large families, or, you know, even if, you know, it's your grandsons or grandkids, you don't know where they may be, so ask those questions. And if you're unsure, what I always tell people is, get that information and you can call that agency. So if they say, well, I'm arrested, I need bail money.
Yeah.
Well, where are you at? What's the agency? And I'll call them and get your bail information where I can send it, because then, you know, you can confirm that, and those that are scams, they won't give you that address.
And sadly, a lot of seniors are being taken by these really horrible people.
Absolutely. That's probably one of the most disheartening things is when we see those scams, because a lot of times they're embarrassed, you know, and that's what we find. And, you know, one of the things I want to do is get out there with our agency and the community of educating the seniors. It's don't be embarrassed, and here's how you can protect. And for those that are helping their grandparents or parents that are getting older, you know, here's some of the things you can talk about. You know, technology is getting interwoven into our lives so much that we need to talk about it. We need to educate them. And if something happens, that's okay. But you know, we're here to help.
Right. And now you're newly elected.
Yes.
And we wanted to ask about what are you doing specifically with your new administration for seniors in our community?
You know, one of the things that right now is we're getting our feet wet, but once we start that, what I would like to do is go out to all the senior places in the community and have that class and collaborate with Reno and Sparks would be a great thing, police departments, because we all have a fraud division, and then let's get out there and talk about those scams and how you can protect yourself and what questions you should ask.
Yeah.
And that's what I'll be doing over this next year with our detectives division and even our patrol division as we go to personal homes.
Got to let Joe and I know when you're doing that. So
Absolutely. I would love to. I would love to, yes.
It's all about information, right?
It is. You know, and social media now, you know, seniors may or may not be on that, but that's another way we'll be getting some of that information out is through our Facebook page, media releases, but we will definitely love to partner with you when we start doing that.
Sheriff, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll have you again soon. Very important segment, Senior Scams. We'll have more segments on this here on Aging and Awesome. Thanks.